I'm with this guy. The seats need more room so that kids can play with their toys. This guy looks a little bit bummed. North versus South in the Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Volleyball match. Game 1, North wearing the black. This is Hannah Zveiler of Riverton with the kill into the backcourt for her team, and they lead 5-1. The South would come back. Caitlin McInerney of Laramie with the serve, and no one will send it back, so that'll go down as an ace. There were quite a number of them in this contest. Here comes another one from the Lady Plainsmen, and that one will be mishandled by the opposition, so it's another point for the South, and they're only down 5-4. Now how about some offense? Number 1 for the South is Danny Torpe of Rock Springs, and all she needed was one swing of her fist to bring that ball down. We now have a tie score at 5 points apiece. The North would move ahead, but the South held with them. Here's Torpe again laying the smackdown on that ball, and she had the momentum. Her team's only down 9-7. They'd get a little sneaky at times with the attack plan. That's only 2 hits, but Caitlin Marcus of Douglas caught the defense sleeping on that play. The South is down 12-11, but there's no worries. The North had the height advantage in this contest, and that usually results in better defense. Zveiler gets the block, and the ball drops on the other side of the net, so it's a point for her team. They lead 14-11. The South found ways to get over that obstacle. Mackenzie Hellbaum from Wheatland goes long with the kill, but it stays in, and that's all that matters. But her team needs some points, down 19-13. Later, here's McInerney again, and there's another ace. She knows how to serve them up. The South was inching closer, down 20-15. The North would press their attack. This is Brooke Myers out of Cody with her own kill, and the South cannot dig that one up. The scoreboard reads 21-15. The South could play a little defense as well. You just had to be the right person. In this case, it was Torpe, and that ball will go back where it came from. The South is still down 22-16. Right about now is a good time for the North to serve up an ace. They've taken a few. Now they needed to dish one back. Hayden Yardy of Wright does the honors to help her team win the first game, 25-16. On to game 2. The South is on the far side. Sarah Peterson of Evanston found an open spot on the floor, and by the time the North defense found it, it was too late. Her team takes a 2-1 lead. Now serving is Chelsea Schneider of Cheyenne Central, and that's an ace into the North's face. Things were off to a good start for the South with a 5-1 advantage. They had the momentum for a while. Here's Hellbaum dropping a bomb, and that's not going to miss the camera by much. Her team now has the 6-3 lead. Skipping ahead, the North would come back and move ahead thanks to plays like this from Holly Ramsey of Cody. Her kill is deflected, but it goes out of bounds, and she was not the last one to touch it. Her team gets the point, and they lead 13-11. Let's give the small school some love. Sadie Neves of Burlington. That was easy. High fives all around, and the North is up 15-11. The South did not take too kind of that, and here comes some retribution. Hellbaum will give Neves the business. That had to sting a little bit. Now it's 15-12. Let's get someone new in here. How about Laura Gross of Pine Bluffs? She'll introduce herself to the highlights with this kill, but the South is still down 23-19. The North had something new as well. She's been in the game for a while. That's Chambray Lawrence of Wright, who finally decided to make a move. That play helped the North win the second game, 25-21. Now in game 3, and this was one of those moments where one team set the ball up for the other. Zveiler just applies a light little touch, and she can thank the other side for that one. A smart player knows when to do that. North trails 5-3. They were not used to trailing, but so far they were. Daisha Lyman of Gillette's going to get in on the act, and her kill will find the far side of the court and stay inbounds. That helped her team, and they're now down 5-4. The North was on a bit of a run, and here comes the defense again. Zveiler raises the roof and denies access. Her team is now back on top with an 8-5 advantage. Now, a short time ago, you saw the South set up the North for a point, so it's only proper that the favor is returned. Sadie Plemlo of Rock Springs says, "Thank you very much. I'll just help myself," and she did. That got her team back into it, down 8-6. Time for another serve, and I think you know what's coming. Another ace. This one courtesy of Brianna McIntyre of Evanston. Her team is now back in the lead, up 10-8. The North found themselves in a bit of a hole. Ramsey is going to try to help get her team out of it on this play. Out of bounds, but the ref said someone touched it. That's a point for the North, but they're down 17-12. Here comes McInerney again for the South, and she's doing what she does best, serving up aces. She can deal them, and the South is still up 20-14. But the North still had their defense, and that would keep them in this game. Myers puts her hands up because she's sure she'll get a point for it. Her team still trails 24-21. But the South was determined to win this one. McInerney will put her seal of approval on this ball for the winner, and her team takes game 3, 25-21, but they're still down in the match 2-1. Onward to game 4, the North is on the far side. Here's the third Cody player, Kiera White, dishing up the ace. That puts her team up early 2-1. The South will put up a fight in this one. Torpe's going to bring the hammer down on this play. That's showing some authority, and this game is tied at 2. Here's the Lady Tiger again. This time she's serving it up, and that's all she had to do. Another ace for her team, and they're up 3-2. Next serve, and while one ace is good, a pair is better. Torpe's been wheeling and dealing, and there's more to come. South is up 4-2. And what's better than a pair of aces? How about 3 of a kind? If she keeps that up, this game will be over quickly. The South now has a 5-2 advantage. The North had just about enough of that and would return the favor. Kendall Kirkham of Sheridan gets the assist from the net, and that ball will drop for an ace of her own. That would put her team back up 7-5. On this play, the South never had a chance. Great serve by Uriarte, and Lawrence is going to send that ball 6 feet under. Easy point for the North, and they lead 14-8. Skipping ahead some, Ramsier is going to come in and apply the finishing touches on this game as the South would mishandle the dig. North takes game 4, 25-19, and are up 3-1. Normally a volleyball game is over at this point, but since it's an all-star game, we played the 5th one anyway. Hellbaum's kill finds the corner for the South, and they're up by a count of 5-2. The North already has the match won, but a 4-1 score is better than 3-2. Lawrence will put some force on this spike and drive that ball into the ground. She's having fun. Her team is down 12-9. But the South was determined to win the last battle. Hellbaum gets the final kill to help the South win game 5, 15-12. But the North wins the match 3-2. The scores were 25-16, 25-21, 21-25, 25-19, and 12-15.